So what an absolutely crazy couple weeks this has been, ladies and gentlemen. The auction event is over, the anniversary event is over, but we still have the update 1.18's test server running with a lot of new things, one of the biggest patches they have ever released. They are just throwing so much content down our throats like this. It's quite crazy over here, but guys, I try my best to provide you as much content as possible. And today I wanted to do a little recap talking about the new vehicles they added into the game via the auction system and which tanks they picked up and what do you think about those, because honestly speaking, the vehicle you are watching in the background right now is our newest tier 9 premium tank, VZ120 GFT. Premium tank meaning it actually makes you more credits, and this tank is making you bonds as well, just like STRVK. But the bond part right now is kind of bugged, but it will be fixed, and if they have not fixed it already, and it is going to make you bonds as well, just like the STRVK, right? But is this tank any good? Was this tank a good investment? Well, I'm going to talk about that a bit deeper in today's video, showcasing you a couple awesome battles as well, which I had, you know, just highlighting those battles, cherry picking some battles for you guys, but how do you put it politely in one word? Disappointed. In 2 words, very disappointed. Actually, this tank is not for me. Definitely not for me. On the other hand, I was not expecting much from Gonzalo, but Gonzalo surprised me very positively in a positive way. I don't know what is going on right now. I honestly do not know. But what I do know, beautiful people, is that the auction is over and you spent a lot of credits, gold or free experience, and now, you know, you need to refill those. And this is where I come to help you out with today's giveaway worth 35,000 gold. Absolutely every single server is able to win thanks to our today's video sponsor. So before we are going to dive into all those topics and before you are going to see some amazing gameplay, let's say a quick thank you to our sponsor today. So today's video and the giveaway is brought to you by the one and only Raid Shadow Legends, a free-to-play RPG available on both mobile devices and PC with millions of champion combinations and countless tactics to take on raid bosses, dungeon runs, campaign battles and PvP arena matches. But I would like to talk about my personal challenge which I had in the game, building my dream team for the arena battles with the champions that I own. This was very hard and took a lot of time and a lot of min-maxing. In my team I have Seeker, Tyrell, Kyle and Foley with exactly min-maxed turn speed timers with speed artifact sets to make them attack in the right order. Seeker is in the leader position and the most important skill is the Tailwind, filling all allies turn meter by 30% and is usually first to use it, having a full speed set. Followed by Tyrell, who attacks all enemies and placing defense down debuff. After what, the damage comes in from one of the best starting champions, Kyle, attacking all enemies, and then the massive nuke from my damage boss, Foley, attacking all enemies and usually closing out all the games. This is simply beautiful to look at how most battles can end even before the enemies are able to take their first turn. And this month Raid has a lot going on, for example Forge Pass Season 3 with amazing rewards, new champions and skins like for the incredible Madame series, and on the top of that, Death Knight is finally becoming a legendary champion, so let's see how that turns out. Check all of it out yourself as well by clicking the link in the description or scanning the QR code, and as a new player you will get $30 worth of unique bonuses such as Epic Champion Aina, 200,000 silver, 1 energy refill, experience boost and an ancient shard on the top. Make sure to claim it from your inbox in the next 30 days and you are good to go. And just like that, we are back once again. Thank you very much for making this giveaway possible. But first, ladies and gentlemen, boom, just like that, 615 to the side of Lynx. Who doesn't like to punish wheeled vehicles? And you know what is even better? If you're able to send them into the garage just like that. Lynx, you tried your best, it is time to go. But now you would like to know what you have to do to take part of this 35,000 gold giveaway, how to get your piece. It is super simple. Number 1, be a subscriber. As always, I would like to support people who support our stuff over here as well. Secondly, answer to my today's video question, which is super simple, together with your username and together with your server, so I know where to send the prize. And the question is, what do you think about the anniversary event and about the auction event overall? Are you happy, unhappy, satisfied, dissatisfied? What is your take on it? Let me know in the comments, and if you leave a like, you are going to make me happy and you are going to make yourself happy as well. Happiness guaranteed. This is all you have to do, so good luck in the giveaway. But now, let's jump back into the main topic in today's video, which is talking about VZ and talking about the Caliban, the new tanks in the auctions. First up, VZ120 GFT. Boom! It hits, guys. You see, it hits like a truck. 548 damage done. Yeah. Yes, when you fully aim in your shots, like fully aim in your shots and then wait couple more minutes, and you take the shot after that, oh boy, it hits so big, like that, 615, yes, of course, guys. This tank is accurate, this tank, has all those things, but the aiming time, the dispersion, stuff like that, oh boy, it was driving me nuts. So 2 days ago, when was this vehicle available, I did place the bid with the other account because I didn't even have a 15,000 gold on my main account, but luckily I have a secondary personal account as well. We only have to use personal accounts. We are not allowed to use CC accounts for those type of events. We have to spend our own gold, our own money for those type of auction vehicles. So I did place the bid 15,000. There were not there was no competitive bid showing, which means there was not even 20,000 bids or the amount of lot bids done for this vehicle, but I had to leave the BC like 3 hours, 4 hours before the auction ended. So, just to be sure, I still did the bid because I'm in a bit different position, content creation. I feel like I'm kind of obligated owning those type of tanks, showcasing how to play those or how not to play those or how to play against it and whatnot, what it has to offer and so on. So I did place the bid 15,000. Very next day, I start playing with it and honestly, I felt like I wasted 15,000 gold. I think I have not been more unsatisfied with any other purchase lately, as I said before. Because this tank, it was not working. It was not working for me. I was missing even fully aimed in shots. And when you do not fully aim in your shots, you can only dream about hitting anything. And when you move your hull, you lose the dispersion, you lose your accuracy, trying to hit the chasing targets, trying to hit all those things, it was tough, and it felt like, why am I struggling in this tank if I can do the same amount of damage, or if I can do so much more in many other premium tanks with a lot less stress, a lot easier, because it doesn't have armor. Like, if they say it has armor, if anyone says it has armor, I don't know, you have been lucky, because I have not bounced anything, basically. Maybe if I bounced something, it was because they did hit my tracks, or they did hit the very edge of my armor. In a nutshell, it doesn't have armor. Tier 8s can penetrate it with standard rounds in the face. Like, it's that simple. And you cannot make your armor work because it only has minus 6 degrees of gun depression, which means you cannot get your armor on the angle, which can actually bounce even tier 8 rounds while you can deal damage as well because of that minus 6 degrees of gun depression. So you cannot play this tank aggressively, and sniping is quite frustrating in it. And of course, the critical hits are another thing, like the fuel tank, engine fire is super big problem. Then ammo rack gets damaged in almost every single battle. Crew members die. There have been many situations where 2 of my crew members die after a single AP or APCR shot received. Gunner, driver dead with a single shot. Like, what is that? So, easy tip, guys. Do not get shot in this vehicle ever. Period. And now, just check out the gun handling. Like I'm moving my hull, I'm moving my turret, and look, you can see how... You see. Did you see that? One little bump? I move my turret, did you see? I move my hull, and the aiming bloom is quite big, with small movements. It has minus 10 degrees left, minus 10 degrees right, if I'm not mistaken, or was that minus 11? Let me quickly see. Minus 10 and to the left and right. So, con arc, nothing special. Boom! Just like that, victory in the bag. This was actually my battle number 5 in this vehicle. And this was the first win in this tank and my first ace tanker. My first win was after 5 battles, and it was the first ace tanker as well. I had to work a lot. I have to give it, this vehicle, I have to be honest that the matchmaking was very rough to me as well. In VZ 120, most of the battles ended 5 to 15, 3 to 15, there were a couple of battles even 3 to 15, 2 to 15, those absolute sad battles where winning is impossible. For your team, winning is impossible, even if you are a 69,000 WN8 player playing with Chieftain and 279E combination, combo vehicle. Winning is impossible because, in World of Tanks we have reload times, we have just when too many different tanks are coming towards you, there is nothing you can do, right? So I have to give it that much. But I was still able to get a couple battles, as I said at the start of the video, some cherry-picked battles for you, showcasing this vehicle, what I was able to do, you know, when the gun was working or when all the stars were aligned, like in this battle. Oh boy, this is... dream situation. You are about to watch a dream situation for almost any tank destroyer in the game. I believe actually for every single tank destroyer in the game, a dream fight is coming up. So I parked my tank behind the bushes, behind the trees. And enemy team is pushing in. They do not see me. We have allies over here as well. Our allies are keeping enemy tanks busy enough so they cannot even start blind shooting us, and I am just dishing out damage. And in this position, having VZ against me, 780 against me, I have heat loaded all the time. I was spamming the heat like a mother... You can finish the sentence yourself. Because I didn't want to give any chance, like Badger was coming in as well, and AP round frontally versus Badger, absolutely no chance whatsoever. So heat was loaded all the time because I didn't know which shot I have or I can take next. So I'm spamming that 340 millimeters of penetration like absolute mad lad. And just look at this, you know, dream situation. Nobody pays attention on me. And I'm just able to farm. 780 trying to destroy our 780. You can see that here are 5 enemy vehicles coming in total, and there are only 2 tanks over here. 780 is defending, and I try to support my 780 as hard as possible, while the Waffenträger Panzer IV is positioning to help out this flank as well. There are even more tanks coming. There is VZ-55, but in the meantime, let's try to hit the commander hedge of 780, and I was able to do that, ladies and gentlemen. I was able to do that. So who is next? VZ-55 there, D10, and boom. I actually didn't have more gun depression. That was quite a bad shot, you may say, but I actually legit did not have more gun depression because that little tiny bump over there messed up my gun depression a bit, and that was as low as I was able to fire for a second. But the D10 should go down and now. Yes, Waffenträger is helping us out. And next up we have Chrysler GF. One shot into the side of the turret. That guy, you know, should be quite an easy penetration almost anywhere, even with AP round. 271 millimeters of penetration is good enough. So, like, I'm not saying I was all in all, right, about this tank. I am not saying I was only getting bad battles. I was getting some cracking games, you know, 6.4 thousand right now, even without having spotted, or the previous battle you saw, you know, quite a nice 7-kill carry comeback over there with the VZ. I was getting good battles. I felt like I knew how to play with this vehicle, but once again, coming back to like how much effort I have to put into this, or how many things have to be aligned, how many things have to work out. Why? Like, what is this tank's purpose? Actually, what is this tank's purpose, and why should I play this tank over VZ-121 GFT, what we have in Tier 8? That VZ-121 GFT is actually a freaking fun tank to play. Derpy gun handling, I give it that much. Derpy gun handling, but fun tank to play. Aggressive, trolley. What is this? Can't be aggressive. Snipe, but wait 69 hours to aim in your shot. I don't know. Feels like wasted 15,000 gold for me. This face, by the way. Anyway, do you like VZ-120? Did you pick it up? Do you like it? If you do, what do you like about that? I'm genuinely curious. Next up, let's talk about Caliban. So this is the weirdest bloody tank, or the weirdest bloody skin they have released. You know, you're able to change the emotions of this tank, and you know, we were mixing it up, and I cannot lie. Like, I honestly cannot lie, when I was setting this tank up in the garage, it did make me smile a bit. Like, am I allowed to say that, guys? Are you going to dislike me now? I was actually, you know, a little grin. Like, when I made a face of the vehicle, thinking about this is the face, what this tank does when 183 is aiming towards you, you know, it gives you a little laugh, a little tiny jiggle, right? Now, I was honestly not expecting much. I was expecting less from this tank than I was expecting from VZ-120. But oh boy, Gonzalo performed today. And to my absolute surprise, I'm not kidding. Because I do not like derpy gun handling tanks usually, like at all. So, simply by looking at the paper, it has even worse stabilization, even worse gun handling than Charlemagne has, and I didn't like Charlemagne, mainly because of the gun. But from the very start, like from the very first battle, it was for some odd reason performing. It was hitting shots like that. I very rarely fully aimed in my hits, right? Just gave it a little tiny aim, and boom, hit, boom, hit, boom, hit. Like you can see this pattern, right? Take a look at how much I'm going to aim in. Not a lot! And boom, it goes into the middle. Like, what the hell is going on? You know, this is what you want from a tank. If you point at something, if you take the shot at something, you want it to be a hit. This tank was performing. As I said, day one, as I said before, another one right here. As I said, even before, you know, having this vehicle in my previous video, you know, previewing this tank, looking at the stats. I said this tank has nothing to do with sniping, you know. Do not even try to be a sniper, try to be as frontline as you can, you know, like controlled aggression basically. Just like this type of range, I would say where the pattern was, that's like your most comfortable max range usually for this type of gun. So try to do that, try to be in those ranges and you are going to be good. Because like I was playing with this vehicle, right, and even in the middle of playing, I double checked, I went back to the tanks.gg, I checked like what is going on with this vehicle, right? And I was looking at the stabilization, I was looking at the aiming time, I was even comparing this to the Defender. Defender has actually better aiming time, Defender has actually better dispersion, Defender has better moving dispersion, tank traverse dispersion. The only thing Defender has worse is the turret traverse, but this tank felt so much better. The gun felt in the battles, it felt so much better than Defender's gun, even though it should not. So is this based on, like, I played roughly like, I don't know, 20 battles with it, maybe something like that, just to give it a decent minimum sample size. Like maybe I thought maybe I can blame it to the RNG, right? Just having good RNG, but how long can a good RNG last? I was playing versus tier 10s, I was playing versus tier 8s, tier 9s, whatnot. That shot was quite shit. I should have aimed it actually into the lower plate, honestly speaking, for the penetration. So I need to waste 2 shots actually to take him out now. Yeah, the gun overall was working. And the good thing, probably the best thing about the firepower is the HE as well, that you have the secondary HESH round with 203 millimeters of penetration, if I'm not mistaken, and 530 alpha damage, instead of 240 penetration and 440 alpha damage. For tier 8 to 9 battles, most definitely for tier 7 battles, if you are seeing like tier 7s, tier 6s, the HESH is amazing, right? 530 alpha damage with almost always getting to penetrations versus tier 7 tanks and you know, many tier 8s as well. But this is also, on the other hand, on the other side of the coin, it is very limiting because you have your penetration, your maximum penetration you can get out of this vehicle is the standard round, 240 penetration. In some tier 9 battles, in most of the tier 10 battles, it is not going to be enough and you are going to struggle. So over here in this tier 9 battle set we lost it, was able to deal 3.5k damage. It was, I think, my second battle overall with this tank, but now showcasing some tier 8 gameplay action for you as well, and you can see that enemy team also has Gonzalo. This was my battle number 6 with my Gonzalo, and this was the first time today when I saw another Gonzalo on the matchmaking. And throughout the day, by the way, I think I played around 30 battles, 35 battles today, and I did not see a single WZ 120 GFT. Not a single WZ. I would have loved to punish that guy with the HESH round when playing Gonzalo, but I didn't see a single WZ 120 GFT for some odd reason. I do not know why that is. But Gonzalo also, I do not know how many were sold. I think both those vehicles were sold out in or with the minimum beat, so those were not sold out completely. Not every single lot was sold. I don't know, like in a couple days I will take a look how many people have played at least one battle with this vehicle, just to get an idea how many Gonzalos and how many VZs were sold in total. But over here in tier 8, I can see Gonzalo. There are, you know, some easily penetrable targets for my high explosive as well. And about this vehicle, I can easily tell that this is one of those tanks which desperately needs intuition skill. So one of the first skills you should max out on this vehicle on someone who is loading, you know, your loader skill, is intuition, because you have the juicy 203 millimeters of HESH penetration, 530 alpha, and this is just so useful in most of the battles. You never know which tank is going to pop out from corner A or corner B. If it is easily penetrable with HESH, just load it in and boom, it hit into the face. Over here, a bit aggressive beak, a bit controlled and aggressive beak at the same time. I just didn't know how aware of the situation T. Parask is. Parask was quite aware of this situation, now hoping to get IS-2, but then I see Parask is back in action and I decided to pull back. This Parask is ready for me. This guy wants me. This guy wants me. Now waiting, looking at the Gonzalo, waiting until the Gonzalo fires, and now going for the high explosive. Easy, just hit the center mass and boom, kill in the back, because that guy only had 33 hit points. So a little splash is even going to take this guy out. Parask was able to get away. We have a couple tanks on the left side, and over here, you know, sometimes your gun is working, sometimes it is not working, and in this situation you can see, going to put that into center mass. Like I took the snapshot because I saw 50 DP was aiming at me. I really didn't want to take 440 alpha from that guy as well. Same alpha as I do. I didn't want to give that guy free damage because, you know, there are still a lot of vehicles left. It's 5-3. A lot of enemy tanks are defending the base. In the base, Indian Panzer. Over here in this situation, I actually could have loaded high explosive. That would have been high explosive penetration. But, you know, in a split second, I saw this guy can turn away. I'd rather take that almost guaranteed 440 average alpha than going for the extra, you know, 90 alpha damage. You know, always, if you have a chance to take the shot right here, right now, if you need to take that shot right here, right now, do not overthink the intuition perk also. LT is coming in through the stun. I'm able to hit that guy. Yes, I was able to hit that guy through the stun. Just like that. I have invested a lot of hit points. Actually, you can see not very healthy, and now even less healthy because Charioteer was able to punish me. Sorry, Charioteer, for showing some aggression. Anyway, overall, quite happy with this pickup. While I was definitely not happy, I feel like I honestly feel like I wasted 15,000 gold on the VZ120 GFT, then quite happy with this 10,000 gold pickup. And I heard many people on the Asian server, for example, where this tank was available for free experience, were able to get his tank for 100,000 free experience. This is nuts. This is actually nuts deal if you're able to get this for 100,000 free XP. On discount, on free XP conversion discount, this is like 2,000 gold worth of a premium tank. Absolutely amazing deal. Hopefully you didn't spend anything on VZ120G though. Nice shot, by the way. A nice shot. I took that kind of a snapshot, half-aim snapshot, because I saw Artishell was coming in and I wanted to do my shot before that Artishell lands and stuns me, and then I'm going to miss. But, you know, that was very lucky. Very lucky. So, my 2 cents about Gonzalo and VZ. I think I'm going to give another chance for VZ, but on the other hand, if I need to work so hard, or if I need to focus on one tank so hard to make it work, why would I spend that time on the vehicle which, you know, simply maybe doesn't work for me or for my playstyle, when I could spend this time to get the same result in many other tanks way easier. You know, you catch my point over here, you catch my drift. So we'll see. But right now it feels like kind of a waste. Did you pick up VZ120? Did you pick up Gonzalo? What do you think about those tanks? Please let me know as well in the comment section, you know, where you are taking part of the giveaway as well. Once again, thank you Raid for sponsoring the video, guys. Check it out. Link is in the description. Raid has been the longest sponsor on the channel actually for many years now. Happy to have them back. Now, that is me done. Enjoy your beautiful new week. I get you next time with something else. Stay beautiful, stay sexy, take care, and bye.